Previously on Lords of the Nine.
I channel the powers of my master. May he succeed in his monoculous inversion.
He kind of makes like a flick with his hand, and all the soup comes out of the pot.
Oh my goodness!
And lands on her.
How does she look?
Bad.
Okay, stop. I give up. I give up.
Who, your master, you spoke of?
It's the devil. The devil himself.
Okay, wait, can I roll insight on this?
He looked less like a creature, more like just a man with extreme power. And he was too strong. Half of us were just killed outright. The rest of us were left mortally wounded, and then this hag picked us up.
If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. He sets the tree on fire.
He goes on like a really intense quest to find his bear before he goes home. Like even if he doesn't sleep tonight, he's gonna find his bear.
He does not find his bear.
But what you will find is one of the talismans of 8.
Doug starts to walk towards him.
You can follow the tracks if you want. It will only lead to your fate. The 8 of you collected here on this fated day. You have quite the task ahead of you.
Be welcome to the Bread and Bone podcast. This is the 5th segment of the Lords of the Nine. I am the unseen emissary of despair, one who will not be seen for quite some time. May I disparage you with the songbook Hall of Fate, which will bring this band of heroes to their imminent demise, and the start of all which will unfold in the rest of the campaign. Join these brave adventurers as they are forced into a mission which they know nothing about. In the second last segment of The Fate of Blumenkranz, Triangles and Talismans.
So everyone basically met at some point in the Jolly Badger Tavern. Everyone had their unique ways of getting there. However, we've only actually gone into detail about 6 of how people have gotten there. And so, for Pablo and Sir William, how did you end up at this Jolly Badger's Tavern? What's going on, the context, is that there's a peasants' revolt that's going to happen. And so there are people with protest signs basically in and around the Jolly Badger Tavern. There's a bard playing a song to try and recruit people, and it was very poorly done. And I guess Pablo would be there because your master is there, the Lavender Mage, and he has ominously recruited everyone else to come and visit his table. But Sir William, how did you end up?
There's a peasants' protest?
Are you asking our villagers?
I had no idea. I saw these people, and I would go to the bar so I could pick up a lovely young maiden. As I ravish the women after victory in my bounty hunting, as I am the greatest bounty hunter since the war ended against the king guy that I can't remember the name of right now. I'm here to order an ale. I would like some ale, bartender. Where is the bartender?
Yeah, there's a bartender. He has like kind of a weird face that looks like he kind of got melted. Like his his nose is a bit long, his earlobes are long, and he has a very interesting smile. And he's like, "Oh yes, would like an ale? I can get you one."
I would, good sir.
What is your name?
William. Yes, that is my name.
An ale for William.
Yes.
1 second. And he goes and gets one.
Ah, thank you, good sir.
And it is free today because today is a glorious day where we march on the castle and we lower taxes.
We're marching the castle.
Yes, haven't you heard? There's going to be a peasants' revolt. We're
Oh.
serious about this in Blumenkranz.
Oh, cool. I'll come join. That sounds like fun.
You should join. We're going to make a difference.
Okay, cool. I'll
Yes.
do it. Yeah. Cheers, mate.
Yes.
I take a lovely swig and I chug it all down because I'm parched. That's the word. I'm parched.
He takes out a pomegranate and takes a large bite.
Wait, into the skin?
Into the skin. He's just like right into
Delicious.
the pomegranate. It's kind of sprays juice and stuff.
Yummy. Delicious.
Anyway, so we're going to the table that has
8 people sitting around.
basically, yeah. There's a table with 7 people sitting at it. 7 people, because Sir William's getting a drink. And yeah, so the Lavender Mage, he is clean shaven, but you can tell he's pretty old, like probably over 60, and he's wearing a very very elaborately decorated purple robe with like stars and moons all over it. You know, classic what you'd imagine for a generic wizard to be wearing. And yeah, and he's wearing a hood still, even though they're inside, because it looks more ominous that way. And it has like a point on it too, and it's pretty great. And with a wild look in his eyes, he kind of addresses everyone like, "Behold, behold, the legendary adventurers have come to join me at my table. So, take a look." And he pulls out like a bag, basically, that has a bunch of necklaces on them. And they all have like interesting designs. And he's like, "Yes, yes, there are 8 of you gathered here today to receive your talismans of 8. And he looks around and he sees 7 people. There are 8
Are they laid out on the table?
of you. No, they're in his hand still. There are 8 of you. Oh dear. He kind of like looks around the room and he's like, he looks like a legendary adventurer.
That looks pretty good. He's in.
And Sir William, you get contacted in your mind. There's some kind of magical presence that's trying to push its way in there. Make a charisma saving throw. Oh, okay.
7.
All right, you're the only one that's failed this roll. Actually,
Nice.
everyone else got like flying color passes. Yeah, okay. Anyway,
Classic Sir William.
so
am I
Sir
right?
William, just out of nowhere, you get like this weird intrusive thought. It feels like where it's just like, "Come back to the table at the back of the tavern. I have a gift for you.
Where's the back of the tavern, weird voice?
Look behind you." And you see a guy that's like moving his lips, and he's wearing an ominous cloak, and he has like 7 people sitting around him, and he's looking right at you.
Are you the weird voice, Purple Triangle?
Yes. Come here, Sir William. Yes, I know your name, and I know your fate.
Bartender, what's in this ale? What did you give me, bartender?
What? And he takes a break from eating his pomegranate.
What's in this ale? There's a weird voice in my head, bartender.
Well, I don't think that's the ale that's the problem. My God, is that the Lavender Mage?
You see the Purple Triangle as well?
I do. That man is very, very world renowned. He
He's
comes
so world
around-
renowned. Why have I never seen him before?
You must not get out much, clearly. This man,
I'm a soldier, sir.
that explains
You're
it.
just passing a water bottle back and forth during this exchange.
You see, among peasants, he's very well known. He comes by and often makes some interesting tricks. He'll snap his fingers and people's hair will light on fire. It's very funny.
He sounds terrible.
Party trick. Lighting on the fire.
That does sound kind of amusing. I must go meet this man
That's
immediately.
what happened to his face.
Alright, I turn around and I go to the table now.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Half melted face.
Melted face.
I walk up.
I do not. That's canon now. All right. So
We
yeah.
finally meet, Sir Purple Triangle.
You can call me Old Levy, Sir William. Now join the table. I
Okay.
was about to make an important announcement about your fates.
Okay.
All right.
Whatever,
So, behold, I've already said that. The Talismans of 8, and he just like throws them on the table. Yes, you see, all of you are destined to kill the Ruby King. That's right, the Ruby King, a vile, vile creature, will die at your hands soon. And with the help of these Talismans of 8, you will succeed in your task very easily.
Okay, could Cobb, with the sleeve of his robe, could he put his arm over the skull talisman?
Yeah.
And kind of just like keep it in his sleeve of his robe before like anyone else could like get a good look at it.
Make a sleight of hand check.
14.
Okay. I would say, would anyone's character be looking at the table at these talismans right now and like notice.
So William sees something shiny.
I see them.
It's-
I'm looking down at them, but I'm
looking at it.
I'm looking at the
skeptical.
weird guy.
Everyone's
Yeah.
looking at
I
them.
think
Yeah,
Douglas-
I'm looking at the
that's
weird
how-
guy.
That's what I'm thinking as well. Like, I'm
Douglas
pretty
is pretty
sure
occupied
he
with
just
it.
poured them on the table.
Yeah.
It would be you'd have to pick a more opportune time, I guess. So you do grab it, but like most people see you. Does anyone
He
make?
kind of just puts it on top of the towel.
Yeah, like exactly. Like you claim it. Does anyone make a comment?
I don't even see it.
I
Purple
ask
guy.
who gets which one.
I-
Douglas does.
Ah, you see, each talisman beckons for you. However, to make things much simpler, I will give them out.
Thanks.
Will you just like slide them across to us?
So he basically he grabs one that looks like an adder stone. So it has it's like a kind of multi-layered looking stone that has a hole in the middle, or maybe not in the middle exactly, but a little off to the center, off to the side of the center. He's like,
For you, Mr. Birchtree, the talisman of absolute obfuscation. Here you are.
Blake takes the talisman and looks at it intently.
you can feel like a magical pulse as it kind of like resonates with you right away, and you immediately know what it does.
Neat.
Oh, yes, and for you, Diamanda Lothran, here you go, the talisman of absolute retribution.
And he hands
Thank
like
you.
a necklace that has looks like a kind of gloved hand on it, like that's grasping for something.
Yes, and for the jester, Jack B. Nimbly.
And he kind of like tosses it to you.
I don't catch it.
Okay.
Who are you?
I
He's
am
the
a
purple triangle.
I am a harbinger of your fate. You see, by giving you this talisman, I am setting you on a very important quest. You see, you're supposed to take it.
We have heard a little bit about these talismans. Didn't they mention something about the devil being involved in this?
What?
true.
No,
I don't
no.
want nothing to do with your devil stuff.
That is an urban myth. The devil himself has nothing to do with the talismans of fate, and there are no sacrifices involved.
King,
I
it sounds
could've
really
sworn-
sketchy when you say it that way.
I could have sworn
Believe
that
me.
the devil was involved.
Wait,
Remember
no
the
one
soup
mentioned
strips?
Yeah, I
sacrifices,
definitely
though.
remember the
Yeah.
soup and
I
devils.
did, just to say that there's no sacrifices involved.
I
I'm
was
clearing it
pretty
before
sure
anyone
that there
thinks of
were
it.
some sacrifices.
You sound like you're
Douglas
lying,
is very
purple
unsure about
triangle.
the sacrifice part.
Yeah.
What kind of sacrifices are we talking about here?
No, you see, we found this lady and she put one of my friends into a soup.
Unrelated.
And then
What kind of soup?
a person soup.
Chicken noodle.
Soup with
What's
person
Tortellini.
and tortellini. Yes, there was also
There is no
tortellini.
tortellini.
There is no tortellini in
Can
it.
confirm no tortellini.
What is tortellini? In all my years, I've never encountered such a herb. Well, anyway, I assure you the talismans of fate are legendary items collected from multiple planes of existence, brought to you on this fated day. And even if you decide not to take them, fate will make you take them.
So if we take them, do we have to see you again?
Well, no.
Okay, good.
This will be the last. If you follow your fate, you will never need to see me again. I am only here to put you on the path.
Good, because you're really freaking me out, man.
But Bobby,
You too.
you're supposed to be my mentor.
Yes, it's about time. It's about time. Dear Pablo, I know you've waited 4 months, but now here you go. For Pablo Piccadilly, the talisman of absolute differentiation.
And he like
Oh,
tosses
we're
it to
doing math now?
Best derivatives.
But I thought I was supposed to learn stuff. You never said I had to kill somebody.
What? No, this is your ultimate test.
You
The
mean
final
you never
exam.
killed anyone in battle?
I'm 12.
And a ripe age for killing. All right, to kill, not
I
to be
killed my
killed.
mortal enemy when I was 8.
It's valuable life experience. The Ruby King is a tyrant that needs to be brought down, and you are the people to do it. Look at all these peasants. They're waiting for something to happen. They can't do it themselves. Look at their uninspired music. Look at their horrible signposts. They don't have the strength in them, but you, the fated adventurers, do. Especially Sir William. And for you,
I can't even read.
The talisman of absolute audacity.
And he hands you like a nice like.
Oh, shiny.
It's like a pink heart.
It's shiny. Thank you. I put it over my neck. I'm really happy about it.
I should mention that your talisman of differentiation has like it looks like an ominous red eye.
Okay.
And for you, Douglas, the talisman of absolute bear. Remember, the bear is inside your heart.
And he hands it to you.
Douglas just like takes his looks at the bear like in the eyes, and he's gonna tune the rest of you up for like the next 5 minutes.
Oh, and I also didn't mention that Jack's talisman looks like a jester head. Yeah, absolute derision.
And believe that. Oh yes, for Forlin Criaris, the talisman of absolute predation.
This one looks like a marble with like a cat's eye, and it has like talons kind of gripping it.
And oh no, oh dear, dearie me, there's supposed to be 8 talismans. I see you've already taken your talisman. Cobb
Wait, how could he see it?
Cornerstone.
He knows your name, even though you've never said your name before. in
Okay,
this
he's
campaign.
like, I look down at my sleeve, and then I look up at him. There's just the alabaster mask that seems to be moving. There's no facial expression. He like mumbles it. Notice verse 19. The gaze of your mouth. My ears are booming. And then he stands up and begins to walk out.
This man, he understands his fate. He understands the weight of this choice you're making. I hope the rest of you come to the same conclusion. Goodbye.
And then nothing happens.
I thought you were leaving Purple
End scene.
Triangle.
We're done here.
Are you leaving now?
Goodbye.
Bye.
I ran out of spell slots.
And he starts to like walk away ominously
Wait,
into the
what's a spell
crowd.
You don't need
What-
to
what a
worry your
strange
little
man.
mind about that.
Strange man. Yep.
Was anyone else freaked out by that Purple Triangle?
Douglas puts the talisman on.
Definitely freaked out by that purple triangle.
That was a weird man. A weird man.
I concur.
He mentioned that you had been traveling with him for quite some time. It's a mentor?
Well,
4 months.
He kind of picked me off the street and said he would teach me some spells. So,
Did he?
Did he?
learned a couple. I don't know.
Did he ever seem
Thank
a
you.
little bit devilish?
That's just old Latin for you.
Did he sacrifice any people?
No,
Was he by any chance the devil himself?
not that I know of.
Okay.
Did you witness him slaughter people in the fires of battle?
Did you tell him to make soup out of people?
No.
Okay.
People soup is
Why?
not
He's
that
not
good.
like my best friend.
Questions. It's very relevant, actually.
Oh. Okay then.
Don't even worry.
I'm a bit worried now.
It was a long day yesterday.
Had a
And
pretty
who are
long
you?
day.
By the way, I'm Jack.
I'm Daya.
Nice to meet you. And what does your mask look like?
Okay, so it's alabaster. So it's like a
But alabaster's a rock.
exactly. It's a stone mask, like the ones you'd see in I don't know, like plays or like poetry.
Or a history museum, or like some kind of
Or a
museum.
history museum.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It looks like that?
Yeah.
It looks
Yeah.
like that. And he has like gray robes and black headdress, like an Egyptian style headdress.
So your name was Corn? And I hold my hand? Nice to meet you.
He doesn't say anything. Oh, and
Piccolo.
actually, I should say when you feel my hand, it feels extremely emaciated, like really skinny.
Someone needs to work out.
He needs some milk.
Piccolo?
How's that, Pablo?
Pablo.
Piccadilly.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
And you notice that when shaking your hand, now both of your hands are wet.
Oh, shit. That's like the worst way to be introduced.
I glare at Corn and bite my hand on the table. And Mr. Drunkman. Nice to meet you too. Your name's Jack.
Sir William of Farrell.
Alright.
I assume you have all been traveling together then, and probably met in the same strange way we have.
Well, the drunk guy was pulled from across the bar. This
Oh,
is the adopted
that's
kid.
True. I don't know you
Okay.
guys.
I mean, those two don't look like they'd ever travel together.
That is
No.
true as well.
No, Kaba.
And then we have a resident baker, you know?
Thanks for that.
Yes. My name is Blake.
Hey, Blake. Hello.
What's up, man? Hey, I'm a little kid. He's like, I don't know, like a 12-year-old kid with like red hair and like a similar purple robe to what old Lavi was wearing. And yeah.
Okay.
Do you have a fake beard?
Can
you
I
have a
carry,
fake
I carry
beard?
it in my pocket.
Oh,
sometimes.
okay.
If I'm
What-
feeling
is that?
If you wanna
Oh, is that your
cosplay as
arcane
Lavi?
focus?
I don't know.
Can that be your arcane focus? Like when you use cast magic? Like
Maybe go for power.
This
You can hold it up like.
You're like, this sounds like wizard business, and then you just put it on.
Please stroke it for spells.
Yes,
Okay, this is good.
Cannon.
Is the beard gray? Or is it the same color as your hair?
I'm gonna say it's like a white.
Yeah.
Like
Nice.
old man beard. Like
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
it's not real. You can tell it's from the
Clearly
dollar
not.
store.
Perfect.
Nice. Sir William. Some would say he resembles Thor. He's just that beautiful. Same hairstyle, shorter hair, like in Ragnarok, one might say. His armor, you can tell it's from the army, except it's very battered and torn off. There's no sleeves on it anymore, and it's mostly just the top. It's really dark, kind of battered in. He's got like one scar across his eye. He's not blind in it though. He's still got excellent vision. Just doesn't use it very well. Same thing, kind of tattered armor on the legs, a little battered around the edges. He's beautiful and shredded.
So yeah, okay, so there's another song going on in the background of the tavern. It's the same bard.
It's the same bard.
Yeah, he's just like, it's almost time to kill the Ruby King. We're gonna march on his gates and tear them all down. We got our picket signs and pitchforks and an indomitable will. And we'll ride on horseback
I
and
will.
shout and cry. And we'll make a change by ourselves because the people of Blumenkranz are strong-willed. Yeah! And then like the crowd's like, yeah! And they're like, oh. Like,
Sounds a bit out of tune.
some people are like brought to tears. So it's like, people are like hugging and like embracing each other.
Is this a special song that's playing?
No, can confirm.
Brahms is also here.
Yes, I was
And
wondering
a
where is
tear
Brahms?
rolls down his cheek as he hears this beautiful music. He's
It's
like,
out of tune.
he's just like, never heard anything like this in my life. This is so true to what I believe.
You weren't
I won't
thinking
say
that this morning.
No, he wasn't.
I won't say that it brought tears to Cobb's face, but his face is definitely wet.
This man is leaking.
Why,
But,
why does he ooze?
but can we see your
Hey,
face
what
then?
color's your hand?
So that how do we know it's wet?
It's gloves.
Is it
Yeah,
glow?
no, it
Just
looks.
for reference.
Oh,
Just for
okay.
reference.
it just looks a little bit greasy, and we're worried.
He's wearing lots of like dark clothes. Not really dark, but he's wearing lots of layers, and it is like sunny. So maybe he's just sweating.
Yeah, he's just super sweaty.
It's not very human, is he?
Okay.
More elf.
It is at this time when Fora, you remember, like everyone knows what their talisman does, by the way, instantly. Like
Yeah.
right when you like touch it basically
Mine
the
makes
first
my
time.
sword bigger.
Compensating?
Talisman of absolute compensation.
Please remake his talisman. We will wait.
You know what? I'll consider it. So far, you immediately know you can draw. You also
Yeah.
know that Curtis just yesterday gave you a very detailed description of that beast that you were tracking for years.
Well, I will attempt to remember what he said and draw.
Sure, do a history check.
Okay. For yesterday.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It'll be a low DC.
3.
And
What do you add to that?
Nothing.
Okay, well,
Cobb mutters something in your ear, and it sounds a little bit like some kind of formal reference to something of great significance. You can add a d4 to your roll.
Do I want to add a d4 to a 3? It's already so bad.
You don't add anything else?
No, it's 3. Just straight up. Oh, plus the 3.
Okay, so you're at 6. Yeah. Like, the DC is super low for this one. It's just remembering something from yesterday and something that's very important to you. So, you remember pretty much, not exactly, but you remember, like, the gist of what Curtis described to you about what the beast looked like.
Okay.
Do you have food?
Well, then I'll try to draw it.
I guess there's a draw check, too.
Bartender, I want some food.
I'm not paying if that's what you're asking.
I have money.
You notice around you that no one is actually, like, engaging in drinking at this time. People are all, like, starting to file out of the tavern.
Would Sir William notice that?
Probably, yeah. Like, you, it's obvious.
Where are the people going? Bartender, where's everyone going?
Oh, it's time to raid the castle. We're going to storm the castle right now. Come with us.
Do I have to? I want food.
Yes, you should.
Fine, but if I come, you're paying for all my food.
He doesn't respond.
I'm not going. He's not paying for my
I like
food.
your thinking.
Storming the castle.
He's not paying for my food. I'm not going.
Is the bartender walking out right now?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, when he walks out, I want to walk to the back area.
Sure. I'm just gonna do a draw check.
Oh, okay.
Just roll a d20.
D20? Come on. Okay, that's better. 15.
Yeah,
Do I add
you're able
anything?
to draw it.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't even worry about adding stuff. So you go to the back
Yeah.
of the tavern?
I want to look for food.
Would I see him going?
Okay. Roll a perception check on this one.
17.
So 50.
No, I rolled a 19.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you can see. I mean, even if it was...
Alright,
so
I
15.
look
Should I
at
roll
him.
for like stealth?
Yeah,
Or
roll
do
for
I-
stuff.
All right. A 1.
Okay.
I'm not stealthy.
You bump into the nearest peasant. And Sir William even sees you.
Dwarf, where are you going?
Little person. I'm sorry about that. He pushed me.
Dwarf, where are you going?
And
I
I
walk
don't
up to
answer
him.
him. I keep walking.
I follow him because I want to know where Dwarf is going.
All right.
Keep your voice down.
So you, a towering hulk of a man, among all these like peasants, and the average height of these peasants is like 5'5", right?
Oh, I'm
And
really
you're
tall.
just like walking over all of them.
Thor of a man.
Yeah, Thor of a man. Okay, sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can push past these peasants easily, and you just
Excuse
kind
me.
of like
Excuse
obviously
me.
follow Jack.
I'm
And,
following a dwarf. Excuse me.
and you're, no one really cares
He's
though
going
that you're
behind the
going
bar,
by.
and he's just
He's a
following.
dwarf. He's really short.
If anyone asks me, like, I'm showing him to the bathroom.
Yeah, no one cares
Is
though.
that
They're
what you
all
think of
filing
me
out.
as well?
Perfect.
Maybe.
Dang it.
Every short person is a dwarf to Sir William.
What, even like the peasants?
No, those are just mortals.
Wait, at this point is everybody filing out of the tavern?
Yeah,
Except I'm
Okay.
still following dwarf.
except for Jack and yeah. Oh, what are the rest of you doing?
I'm probably gonna get up and go where Brahms is he leaving right now?
He is. He's just following the crowd.
Well, I'm gonna go collect him.
Okay.
Blake's gonna stay back at a table and pull out his dice set as everyone's filing out.
Sure.
Kind of near the bar where you guys are going.
And the rest of you?
I'm gonna stick with the majority of the people because I don't really know what's happening. So.
Just follow the
He was just abandoned after having a mentor for 4 months. He's like, okay, good luck, kid.
Literally.
That's so
Murdering
good.
the king.
Hey, you see these weirdos? They're your family now.
We're not that weird.
Does the tavern have
Some of them. Some of us
a
here.
flat
Thor would
roof?
be an excellent father.
Yeah, it does.
Is there any way that Cobb could get up on the roof?
Not easily, no. You have to go outside first, too.
Yes, I'm. Yes.
Yeah, so
Cub.
there's a huge crowd of people getting outside.
And anybody else? We don't know each other very well. Perhaps we could play a game of dice. Get to know each other a bit better. Mm?
Cobb is like, that is fake productivity. A better use of my time would be kept outside. And he walks outside.
What a macabre fellow.
So who's left at the table?
Anybody else?
Pablo and Douglas.
And Blake.
And Farah.
Yeah.
Douglas is gonna stick with Farrah at this point.
Okay.
Would anybody else like to play dice? Get to know each
Yeah,
other.
I think it's
I'll
just
play
Pablo.
dice.
Pablo's the only one at the table.
I'm not the table.
Anyone? It's just you.
Douglas, you want?
I'm
does Douglas
collecting
want in?
my
And
friend.
Douglas is with Farrah right now.
Well, no. You're at the table.
They're at the same table.
We're all
I'm-
at a table near a bar.
Sarah,
Gotcha.
Blake,
Douglas
Douglas,
will watch
and
this
Pablo.
round. He's still just really quiet at this point.
He's still
Has-
looking at the bear talisman, and he's like,
He's still
Blake will
Have I gotten Brahms yet?
I'll get to that in a sec.
Okay.
Blake will eye everybody playing. So Pablo, he'll eye Douglas down, up and down a little bit.
Douglas doesn't make eye contact.
Blake pulls out his pulls out his dice set, and as well as a vial, he puts on the table next to him. But he'll begin the teaching Pablo a dice game.
Cobb, how could he get to the roof?
All right, yeah. So
Any ladders, vines.
he could be outside at this point, and there's like a few plants that are in pots, and you could like climb on one, and get onto the roof from there.
There's no way to get on top of the roof other than that.
No, there's no vines or anything
No
like that.
ladders.
You could get boost. You could get a boost from someone, but no, there are no ladders.
Sir William would be willing to help, but he's busy chasing a dwarf.
He'll go to the lowest flat roof.
There are some roofs that have like gardens on the top. So yeah,
Oh, he'll go to one of those.
sure, yeah. And you can climb on vines on the sides of those.
Okay, yeah. Do I have to do a check for that?
Yeah, sure.
That would be.
Probably an athletics check.
Oh, natural 20. Okay, so
All
not a single is heard as he goes up to the top. Yeah, so he goes up and kind of disappears into the flowers as he sits down in a very meditative position
Okay.
and begins to ponder the scripture that he's learned in the short time of having the Tome of Resonance. And he begins to think about the vast expanse of the world. And while the noises of the riots are noisy, he's still able to attune to the echoes of the divine, as those just add to the ambience of the world. He begins to use the echoes of the divine spell.
Jack, you get to the bar. Sorry, you get to behind the bar where there's the food.
Alright, is there any bread or soup? Usually I like bread and soup now.
There's no soup.
Is there any bread?
But there is definitely bread.
For a certain
Oh,
soup.
like loaves of bread?
Yeah.
Where was this bread
Can I take-
purchased?
Can I take a loaf?
I would assume they would not purchase bread from
Oh, they
the
make it
bakery
themselves.
down the road.
Right.
Yeah. they make it themselves.
Makes sense.
So like there are a bunch of loaves or?
Yeah,
I want to take 2 loaves.
sure. It's kind of stale. It's not the
That's
best bread.
okay.
I reach up, I finally catch up to Jack, and I'm like, Dwarf, what are you doing? Did you get food for me?
I grab another bread and throw it at him. It's like, here, have a bread.
Thanks, Dwarf.
wait,
Take a
yeah, no.
full loaf of bread.
Roll against his armor class.
I was just
yeah.
clumsily following him, despite my really high dexterity.
I knew he was there.
I'd imagine you'd be able to catch it.
Thank you, Dwarf. And I just take a bite right out of the loaf of bread. Because no one taught me how to eat bread.
And then I'd go back to the table.
I'm gonna follow him back. Still eating
Does
my
Jack
bread.
want to join in on the dice?
Sure.
So yeah.
Are we playing for our souls or?
Oh no, Blake's not even playing for money. He's just teaching you guys how to play.
Oh, okay.
No,
He's
no.
hoping in the future that you guys can like play more.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Then he'll roll.
Actually, should they roll against the DC then?
Sure.
Okay, you each must make an investigation check.
Investigation?
Oh, good thing I'm not in this.
Who's all playing in the dice? Okay, make an investigation check. You fail.
Aww.
Yeah, so basically Blake just teaches you how to play a nice game of dice, and he reaches the vial he had put on the table earlier and puts it back into his cloak. I think that concludes his teaching.
Who's at this table? Is it just the 3 of us?
Sir William's here just eating bread.
I offer you guys some bread. I got some extra bread if you want.
So most of the peasants have
I'll
left.
give you each a slice
I
of bread.
make my own.
You make your own? Okay, I don't give you a slice of bread then.
Some of the last peasants are like, what are you all doing? We are going to the Ruby King's castle right now. Come, join. We want all the people we want.
I just got the bread, peasant. No, I don't say peasant, I say mortal.
Mortal. Come, bring your bread. Bring everything. Just come. We need to as many people as possible. The Ruby King needs to know. We are concerned citizens.
At this point in time, Douglas just tunes into the conversation, hears the word come, and just like instinctually stands up and starts walking away.
All right.
I stroll out, chewing on my slice of bread.
I'll get up too. I'm kind of upset about this. I just sat down again, but okay.
I still have the journal that I'm drawing in, and I'm kind of like fiercely scribbling in it, but I like stand up.
Has Daya reached Brahms yet?
So you're outside,
Okay.
and you're with the crowd, and they're all walking towards the castle on the main road. It's a huge clump, like a huge group of
This
people.
is basically like the entire nation.
Basically, the entire village and nearby villages are grouping together, and there's like more connecting as the roads kind of go to other villages, and just people are pouring in and going on this main road, all coalescing into a huge clump of
Basically,
people.
the entire nation's just coming up.
Lots of people.
Basically.
And and you're there as well, and Brahms is just like, Daya, this is our chance. I know we're technically banished from here now, but we can hide within these peasants, and we can join them, because I think we both fully agree that this march is for a good cause. Also, what was that wizard saying?
A bunch of really strange stuff about destiny and fate and stuff, but you're not a part of it, don't worry.
Okay, I won't worry then. Although I kind of would have liked to maybe be involved, but that's okay. I'll be involved with this peasants' rebellion, and that'll be awesome. I hate what we had to do yesterday. Anyway, so yeah, the crowds are getting larger and larger.
Why did they pick Sir William when they could have picked Brahms? Sorry, Chris.
So William's
what
too
a
dumb to
turn of
notice.
fate.
I've never met this Brahms.
Brahms would have probably been a better person.
He's an elf, by the way.
Yeah, he's an elf.
He's an elf. He's thin and tall. He has black hair.
What's his blood type?
That's ominous.
Oh,
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 Alright.
hey. No.
okay. They walk by. The peasants are all coming by the house that you're sitting on top of right now.
Right.
What do you guys do? Who are inside?
am I done drawing?
I'll get to that in a sec.
Okay.
But like the rest of you who are at the table.
Who's all left?
I strolled out chewing my bread.
Sure.
I strolled out as well. I'm also chewing my bread.
I left. I've actually started in town.
It's just Farah
I'm gonna
and
follow the.
No.
Pablo.
I was
And
following.
Blake.
Blake. Okay.
Oh wait, okay. So if everyone has left, Blake will follow too.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
So you finished your drawing. You're the last one to leave the tavern.
Okay.
I have Tugger along with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
He would have been second last then.
All right. Yeah. You're drawing. You finish it, and just as you like do the last stroke, where it's like you could call it a completed drawing, suddenly your talisman, like, you can feel it like humming. It's like humming violently, and it's just pointing you like outside, basically.
Mm-hmm. I would imagine it that like the cat's eye part of it. I imagine that it would like swirl.
Yeah, sure. It spins around and then it like focuses like a compass pointing north or something like that.
It's like
Yeah.
Captain Jack Sparrow's compass.
Probably the thing you want most. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Alright, and Cobb's question during his meditation to his god is, what consequences will follow if I use my talisman?
Oh. Interesting.
Straight to business.
I mean, to be honest, I think 3 talismans have been used so far.
After meditation, Cobb receives this divine message in his skull.
Wait, in the talisman?
Sorry, like what?
Which skull?
No. Like.
Oh
it's
no.
his-
In your
Like his actual skull.
Like his mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Your head.
What's left of his mind?
It's leaking apparently.
And it's a verse from Salonis, specifically from the Tale of Jack the Mad.
Oh.
Verse 3. This was the first of his sins, to take advantage of the power of the divine one above.
Goosebumps. Alright,
Do you hear some?
he puts it, he has like a little satchel, which he like kind of puts important things, and he puts his talisman in there and zips it up and like, kind of puts a mental note, I will never touch that, even if I need to.
Oh, Sir William's screwed.
Sir William just uses his talisman all the time.
Big sword!
Doesn't even just like got a sliced bread.
Big sword! Sir William, what are you doing? We need to cut the bread. So, big sword!
He actually has a bread knife, so
Big sword.
he has
Toss me the bread knife.
proficiency.
Big bread knife!
Okay, so at this point, you're all part of the crowd that's kind of like going towards the castle. You're probably near the back.
How much am I towering above the crowd again?
Like a foot tall above everyone else.
That's gotta be comedic.
Yeah, it is. People are staring at you.
Quick, we gotta be very, very secretive.
And it is at this moment when suddenly, out of nowhere, a purple triangle descends from the sky. He just like puffs into existence and like floats down slowly and
Is
ominously.
it the same?
The purple triangle's
or
back.
is
It is in fact the Lavender Mage, and he
Guys!
has his hands outstretched, still has his hood on.
Guys, it's the purple triangle again.
I call bull. The's no way he could have got a short rest off of that.
And he's like,
I disagree.
I was only lying. I have spell slots.
Oh, you got me!
and he's like, behold! Using thaumaturgy, he like shakes the ground,
I need spell slot.
and people are just like, yeah, it's a cantrip. But yeah, but to fly, I mean, right?
Usually.
No, that's a cantrip too.
It's just the fly
He's an
cantrip.
air cocker.
So he addresses the entire nation of people that are surrounded here, or at least the people that are surrounded here, which is a lot, in the hundreds. And he's like,
I've had armies bigger.
Behold, behold, townspeople of Blumenkranz, you are on a mission to free the world of this tyrant, the Ruby King, and the people that will be at the forefront of this quest are these 8.
and he kind of goes like this, and like points, and his fingers perfectly point at each person, and
It's like spotlight.
Bang, 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 bang.
and fireworks fly out of his fingers, and they land right in front of all of you guys, wherever you are.
Cobb actually, like, this acutely interrupted his
It did.
meditation.
It was loud and obnoxious.
Yeah. And so he was actually looking up at this when this happened. And tried to, like, hide behind, not really hide, but just, like, obscure himself more behind the flower.
He's just like,
These 8 who cannot hide from their fate are the legendary adventurers who will bring you all to an age of peace, a golden age beyond any golden age you've seen. Follow them, devote your lives to them, because they will see this quest to the end. I know it.
All right, mortals, you heard the purple triangle. I'm in charge here. Follow me.
some peasants are like, oh. There's like a bunch of like women that like kind of surround you right away and put their hands on your chest. They're just like, they're just like,
Hello, ladies. How are you, ladies?
He's like,
yes.
one finger is just outstretched.
Thank you. I slowly start to push them away. Thank you, ladies. That's enough for now. I got to go save the world.
there's a woman that like brings you her child. Like, please kiss my child. Bless him. Give him your blessing.
Okay.
Sneeze drop.
Your child is blessed. Have a good day.
Thank you. What is your name, brave knight?
I am Sir William O'Farrell.
Oh, Sir William. Sir William, we will remember you in our hearts as we follow you into battle.
Chicken
Oh.
babies kissing hands.
And and the peasants are like, yeah. So people approach Daya, and you kind of don't want to be seen. Brahms kind of is pushed to the side as they kind of rush all around you, and they're just
I was
like,
trying to reach out to him as
yeah, he gets pulled away in the crowd. And he's
like
like,
you know the
yeah. And like his hand disappears. There's like there's just a mob of people that are rushing around you and like bowing, and they're like, oh, bless my cabbage.
this is all of like cabbage.
Here,
Time
here.
to go get the cabbage and bring it back.
Take my chickens. You can have all my livestock if you succeed. There's like a guy. There's
I
a
don't
guy.
really know what to say. Like these are like I've never had to deal with this in my life before, being the center of attention.
Yeah, no, everyone's just crowding around, all of you. And it's similar things, like people are like bringing out random household items that they just have on them, trying to get you to bless them. They're pledging their lives to you. It's bizarre. Like there's just like hundreds of people giving you their utmost attention.
Can I try and hide under a medium-sized person around me?
Sure.
Hide
Do a stealth
under Sir
check.
William.
On disadvantage because everyone's looking at you.
Hide under
Sounds
Sir
good.
William.
That's gonna be actually not even that bad. If I can find stealth. That's gonna be an 11.
Okay. No, that's not enough.
Oh.
You're trying to hide, obviously, and a larger peasant who's probably a blacksmith, he lifts you up like Rockstar, and he like puts you on top of the crowd. He's like, this man is our savior.
No, the fireworks by that guy. And I point to the guy next to me. The fireworks for him.
And the guy, and there's like a peasant who has like who's like balding and has like a larger nose, and he's like, wait, me?
They're for you.
Me?
They're for him.
And then the crowd just pushes him aside. They knock him into the dirt.
Can I see what's going on over there?
Yeah, sure.
Do I have to roll a check or anything like that?
Sure, do a perception check.
Alright. Oh, this is gonna be good.
Because you're being distracted a little bit right now.
I'm very distracted.
I imagine
But I mean, I
Douglas is
tower
not
over
enjoying
everyone, so I
this.
can just put see
No,
everything.
Douglas is hating this. I was about to say that.
Yeah, no. Douglas
13.
would hate this.
He's gonna run.
Farrah's
and find
hating
you.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see Jack being lifted above the crowd.
Hey, it's the dwarf over there. Hi, dwarf.
He's a dwarf?
Hi.
Wow.
No.
Yes, I'm Jack the Dwarf.
Definitely not a halfling.
You have to roll for persuasion.
even a
They're
little.
just gone.
And Pablo, like some people are crowding around you, and they're just like, wow, such a young child, destined to be a great adventurer. We were just like, oh, I'll adopt you. I can adopt you. Do you have parents?
Can I like start like signing autographs or something? Like,
Yes, of
there
course.
you go, everybody.
Just pulls a pen out
Pull
of
it up.
nowhere.
No, a quill.
This is really freaking out Douglas.
Oh, for
He's
sure.
not okay with this thing. This many. He's never even seen this many people in one place at one time. He's going pretty much ballistic. He's trying to find Farrah. Like
I'm by you, but probably being pushed away.
I'm trying. I'll try and get to her though. Like
Okay.
I'm try and get to Farrah.
All right, do a athletics check as you kind of push through people. Yeah, no. You try to push past some people, and like a much larger guy just like bumps into you, and he's like, "Oh, it's you!" And then more people surround you, and now it's like you can't even see far anymore.
Well, Douglas gets into his very typical like all four stance because he's not happy.
Starts growling on the ground.
And how does Blake react?
He does start growling.
The moment people begin to swarm Blake, he'll cast Thaumaturgy and use the harmless tremors in the earth, and he'll play it off like touching him is like forbidden type thing.
Oh, that's good.
You gotta respect. You can't touch it.
People get the picture. People get the picture, and they respect you more. They're like, "Wow, this man, he is divine. He's this divine aura around him."
They all start like bowing. They all like start like circling him and like prayer bow.
There's like a guy with a crimson cloak, and he has his hand outstretched, and there's like a circle of people like on the ground, what do you call it? Prostrate, right?
So how are they treating Douglas? Are they leaving him be in this circle, or are they trying to pick him up or whatnot?
Wow, the human is also a bear.
No, they're like, this feral child was picked.
Yeah, they don't try to pick you up, but they're still kind of crowding around you, and they're giving you more space.
They're giving me more space now?
Yeah.
Okay, well then, if Douglas summons, like if Douglas's teeth actually elongate at this point in time, and his nails elongate as well, he's casting Primal Savagery.
Oh, interesting.
Just, like, without even really thinking about it, he's getting really freaked out. And so if anyone, like, approaches him, or comes in, like, close enough, he'll actually jump at them.
Yeah, people like back away, and they're like kind of make a circle around you now. They're just like, oh, wow, such power.
He's just on all fours snarling.
Yeah, exactly, straight up. But I mean, at this point now, this circle's been established or whatever, he's gonna, like, try and make it again to Farrah.
A circle of fear.
And yeah, and you can see Farrah. How are you responding to the crowd?
She's just like overwhelmed by everything around her because she's still holding the talisman in her hand. That's probably guiding her a little bit. Like,
it's pointing her in the direction the crowd is moving.
Like, it's pretty much how I imagine it is, like, because if it vibrates or something, you would, like, if you turn it, then, like, the direction that you eventually
Gets
bring
stronger.
It, to, it would get
Floating in the
stronger.
air and it's pointing in that direction.
Yeah, it's like beeping.
It's a metal detector.
And then lastly, Cobb is nowhere to be found. In fact, all that's there on the roof now is just his robes crumpled up on the ground, and his like headdress like a pile.
Is there a puddle?
Is there a puddle?
I mean, it is
Are
kind
his
of
robes
moist. Yeah,
Kind of moist.
it is kind of damp. Yeah,
It's moist.
it's almost like in like Star Wars, where it's like Obi-Wan was struck down,
Obi-Wan
and then
was,
there's just like the robes on the ground after. It's like that's oddly enough, that's what's kind of going on the roof. So
With more
And
water.
Cobb says to himself, I shall avoid this. For fate. Or he's like, I shall avoid this. For fame is just a shallow phase. Melodus 6 says, for it is but a candle, which can as easily be snuffed out as it can be lit.
Cool, get them.
Meanwhile, Sir William is over here blessing children.
yeah, cut back to that. So actually, there's also a guy, another blacksmith. He has like a kind of a beard that's massaged into a point, and he has like a cool hat on.
Sir William, if you succeed in your task, I will make you a free sword. And you can come anytime to my blacksmith shop and I will forge you more.
Oh, well, I love big swords, but in the meantime, and I unsheath my sword, and I point it towards Jack, get me to the dwarf!
As you wish, legendary adventurer.
Cool, thanks.
And someone's just like,
You're a crappy dwarf. You don't even have a beard.
I get over to Jack, I'm like, hey, dwarf, isn't this cool? We're like celebrities.
Yeah, fame. Great.
It's so cool, right? I'm having a wonderful time right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wonderful
cool.
time.
Guys, look at this dwarf. He's my best friend, and I pick him up.
There's a guy that, actually a few people, they're like a family, and they're just like, legendary adventurer, if you succeed in your task, we will give you all of our free food. All of our food for free. Yeah. You will never go hungry again.
What kind of food
Jack
do you
likes the
have?
sound of that.
What kind of food do you have? Because all I have is this bread. And
We run the only grocery shop in Helmholtz.
Nice. I
What,
like
is it in the
groceries.
field? Is it in the field?
Yeah, is it in the field?
Yeah, basically.
Helmholtz, everything's in the
The
field.
Helmholtz bit? Yeah, everything's in
Would
the field.
they
in Helmholtz.
go out of business
Yeah.
if they gave away all their groceries?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, Blake's not down with that. Less competition for his bakery.
Capitalism at its finest. Free
Put a
food
quest
and
to save the world so I can put this business out of business.
And then some peasants are like, oh, make way! It's the air is here. And then there's like a carriage that kind of comes down with like white horses, and there's flags with like the daisies on them,
Are
right?
there 8 white horses?
No, there's two, just two
Oh,
horses.
so we're not riding in on white horses?
No.
What was it with that song?
Embellishment. So
Look at those cows pulling that hot carriage. Those are some really cool cows.
people are like, oh, they're cows? Well,
They're cows.
I
Look
su-
at the cows.
I suppose if he said they're cows, they must be cows.
Oh my goodness.
Is my talisman like pushing me towards the palace?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, then I would be.
Are people still wandering around the roof?
Can I?
Yeah, there's some people that are on there.
Am I able to like squeeze through the legs of people?
Yeah,
Should
sure.
I need to roll?
No, it's
for that?
alright. You can
Okay,
just-
cool. That's what I'm doing now.
How far away is the halfling from me?
Am I still holding him?
Well, I mean, they're now climbing under people's legs, but they were close to you. Yeah.
Okay, I want to follow the halfling when I see them trying to slip away.
Sure. Yeah, do that. You can do
Alright.
that.
Cool. I'm still soaking it all in.
So there are some horns, like, and then some peasants are like, the air, it's Johannes von Schwarzenberg, and he just kind of comes out. There's this guy. He has like mutton chops, like brown hair,
Kings.
and he has like a monocle, and he's wearing very fine clothes that are white and they have more daisies on them, and he's like, hello, everyone. I am the heir to Blumenkranz. My father, as you all know, was killed by this Ruby King.
That's my cousin, guys. Hi, cousin.
I do not know you, and I will continue with
What
my
do you mean?
speech.
It's me, Sir William. Do you not remember me? I was at Thanksgiving with you.
And people are like, yeah, he was at Thanksgiving with you. This is Sir William. And he's like, hello, Sir William.
Hi, cousin.
Why do you care about this? Hold on a second. Why are all of you crowding around these people? And then the people are just like, the legendary adventurers! We must follow them! And people are like, they're more important than you, Johannes von Schwarzenberg. He's like, oh dear.
You hear that? I'm cool now again.
Tell me about this. Tell me everything. What is going on? And he points at Jack.
Isn't Jack hiding underneath people right now?
Are you?
Yeah, I'm
points at
running,
people's
following
legs.
guy.
He points at Pablo.
Oh, I can tell you, cousin. There was a purple triangle, and he made me a god.
Silence!
Yeah, it was pointing at me. Come on.
The purple triangle pointed at me too.
I was pointing.
This guy.
I was pointing at the Lavender Mage. Continue.
Yes,
Lavender.
thank you. Thank you.
lavender.
So basically, we're the chosen ones, and everyone has to do what we say, and we're gonna save everybody, and it's gonna be good.
What? This is a joke.
That's exactly what I told you. We're gods now.
Is this true? And people are like, yes, all at once. Like the whole nation at once was like, yes. And he's like,
This hive mind really creeps out.
oh dear then. If that is the case, these legendary adventurers, they're to kill the Ruby King then, for all of us. And
Oh, that's what this prophecy is?
everyone else is like, yes, at the same time again.
Wait, that's what this is about? I thought we were just gonna go on cool adventures.
And they're like, yes!
Oh, okay. Cool. Let's go kill him, I guess. Okay.
Well then, if this is true, to honor the citizens of Blumenkranz, who are very much people that follow the exact same ideals as the Schwarzenbergs for centuries, I will honor this decision to follow these 8 people. If these 8 people are successful in their tasks, when I become king, as I am the rightful heir, and everyone's like, yeah, I will offer them all whatever position in royalty as they wish.
Hey cousin, what if I want to be king?
Except for king. But you can be second in command.
Cool.
He can be king too.
I'm King Junior.
Yes. Meaning if I were to get sick, you would be a substitute for me for those days.
Cool. I like that position already.
He
Let's
points-
definitely go kill Ruby King now, guys.
He points at Daya. Just like, you
Yes.
You are a member of the Holy Order, correct?
Yes.
The Holy Order is in shambles right now.
It is.
The Ruby King has been changing things too much. If you win, you will be the new leader of the Holy Order, and you can decide what you want to do with him.
Yes. And I do an awkward bow. Thank you. Your
up a little bit.
Yeah, she waddles over.
Yes. Thanks, Your Highness.
Of course, my pleasure. And he points to Blake. And you, what do you desire? Power?
Bread.
I'd like to be the royal baker.
Your wish will be granted. And you, points at Farah. What do you so desire?
From royalty. Nothing. If anything, I desire passage into your palace. For now.
That will be granted. And if you think of anything else in the future, I will allow that as well. And where are the others? And some people pull you out of the crowd.
I kind of take.
It's him.
Yeah. I kind of lean down to Douglas.
I'm cowering behind Farah. And I kind of tug on you. I'm like, the forest. Get over to the forest.
Douglas, you remember that beast that I was tracking when I was looking for that bear? Well, I wasn't looking for the bear. I ran into you when the bear happened.
Okay.
But that beast, that demon that I was looking for, it's in the castle.
What about the forest?
We will go back to the
Douglas wants to
forest.
protect the forest.
This will protect the forest. It was ravaging the forest for so long, and now it's in the castle. So the Ruby King must have
The Ruby
taken
King
it.
is destroying the forest.
King is the
I saw. The Ruby King is taking down the forest.
Well, we will stop the Ruby King from taking down the forest.
He's cutting down the trees. I don't want him to cut down the trees.
You won't cut down the trees. We'll get rid
We'll
of him.
cut him down.
Okay, we'll go to the forest then.
Yeah.
We'll go
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
forest.
We'll get the forest. We'll get the.
You gotta see the forest for the trees.
I'm the Lord.
And you, points to Jack. What do you so desire?
I look at the guy behind me and looking expectantly at him he's gonna say something.
Everyone's looking at you though.
Sorry. Who, me?
You! What would you like? What
Uh,
position in my council?
It'd be nice to just have a place to sleep.
You don't want a job?
You don't want to be court jester.
Court jester?
We have a
I've got
position.
bad memories from that.
We can grant you the position of court jester. Court jesters are always very, very prestigious in Blumenkranz. Am I right? People are like, yes!
Am I right?
Yes.
I am right.
Yes.
Yes.
You'll be if you so decline, that would be fine. But we will grant you the position of court jester if you want.
Ask for bread.
Alright.
Ask for more bread.
We're a bread monopoly.
Well, they got a new
He's
bread
got the
baker.
bread. There's a royal baker already.
And actually, at this, never mind. Ignore me. I'll wait till after.
And for you, the Lavender Mage.
I would like a fully funded scholarship to finish my education.
The magical institute teaching.
Of
And-
course.
And I want a principality. Make me a prince.
That can be done. That
I
can
want
be
to
done.
be adopted by the royal family.
And I want college funds.
I found my new Loki.
World.
We will find you the best school for you to finish your education.
Thanks.
Maybe you'll be smarter than me one day.
That day is tomorrow.
Or today.
How about
That
now?
day was yesterday.
That day was yesterday.
The last 12 years, actually.
I see someone hiding. You, what would you like? Points to Douglas.
It kind of tugs on Farrah. Like, the forest? The forest?
The forest. You'd like the forest back.
Yes, the Ruby King has been cutting down the trees for no reason. We will put an end to that, and we will have legions of people replanting everything.
Okay. Douglas just kind of nods his head, and he's still cowering behind Farrah at this point.
Have no fear. And where is the 8th? And no one knows. People people lift up his robes and stuff.
Oh god, he melted.
Maybe he was a snowman?
Is he like back in the robes?
What do you mean?
Like they lift up
Skeletons sprinting around.
when they lift they're like lifting up the robes as if they're holding up a person. Like, they're like do you
Yeah.
No, there's
No,
bones
you're back
attached
in
to
it?
his like.
No, they lift up the robes and there's a strange sound when they lift up the robes.
Oh, okay. Alright. They're just like, there's no one here. It's empty. I don't know where he went. I'm just like,
Oh, what a shame. Maybe he's already killing the Ruby King.
and then everyone's like, no! Because they want to see it.
What's the matter? You don't like a dead king?
No! We do! All at once.
Why are you sad that he's killing the king already then?
We want to see it! We want to all kill the Ruby King! And it's just like, yeah. That's like one guy that says that. And
Okay.
everyone's like, yeah!
Well, that's my job. Let's go, follow me. And I start to walk towards the palace now.
Johannes is like, to war!
And actually, before they go on, though, at this point, since Blake is now, or will be, the royal baker, he has no need for Hector.
No.
Yeah, so Blake will say to the crowd,
I want Hector assassinated.
as the royal baker, I'd like to inform of a fraud in the baking community. I'd like to give the name of a man who is besmirching the name of all bakers. Hector of Breaking Bread.
Kill him! And some people go off to baking bread where they know where it is.
Only him, not his wife.
Make sure the wife is watching.
Just my dad. Just him.
Oh.
P.S.
Johannes is like, we don't do that here. Oh
No,
dear.
it's fine, I promise.
Oh dear.
I'm the royal baker. You let me handle it.
I am the captain now.
People start cheering you on after that. They're just like, yeah, the royal baker, yeah, and the air is just like
so much power.
Okay, are the people still lifting the robes?
These
Yeah.
marshals are so
Okay, so
badass.
the robes kind of gain form, I guess, and there's like a force tugging against them.
they drop it. They just drop them right.
Okay, yeah. So the robes, pretty much he starts walking away. That is all like his robes and all that is now connected, and he just is now walking away.
They start bowing. After you.
He looks, and he says, Sustros tells me, echo yourselves unto the next life, for I will not. And then he walks on.
Whoa! Sustros is really close to Soupstress. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was kind of concerned. I'm like, uh-oh.
And then he
Another one.
Oh, I feel a bit hungry now.
I can go for some soup.
So okay.
People soup.
So yeah, the crowd just moves along like a behemoth. It just like.
Am I leading the pack yet?
Yes, you are. You're at the front, running with a sword out.
Is it bigger yet?
It's always bigger. No, not yet.
Not yet.
It's adequate
So
at
you
the
get-
moment.
You get to the portcullis, and of Castle Blumenkranz, and there's some guards that are like quivering, like they probably pissed themselves. They're just like there's like a huge crowd of people, the entire nation just like pours in front of the castle, and they're just like, oh no, and they just drop their weapons and run away. Like no chance. And some guards are opening the gates for you. They're just like frantically trying to open it up. And then they run away when you get too close.
Thank you, my good sirs. We will spare your lives in the next day.
And then some of the peasants are like, gather the legendary adventurers, gather them! And they kind of like, they all are trying to
They
grab
like
you.
push
So,
us to the front.
yeah, everyone do like a grappling challenge, basically.
Are they still giving me that circle?
On everyone on disadvantage. 'Cause
Are they
there's,
still
like,
giving me
Dang
that
it!
space of?
Natural 20.
Um,
and then.
All
for
I-
you, they're kind of just more like beckoning you there.
Yeah.
But they're not actually dragging you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Grappling is.
Wait, like
They respect you.
Do you still want me to do the
disadvantage
grappling?
still?
No, you don't have to do
Yes,
grappling.
15.
Disadvantage?
Everyone's on disadvantage.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go dex. I do dexterity.
I want a negative. Actually, I was going to talk to you about this. Can I get a negative proficiency in athletics?
Sure.
Okay.
Negative.
May I please have a worse proficiency? Thank you.
Can I
What's
please
it-
be very terrible?
What's everyone's roll? The lower roll.
I'm already at the front, so I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
have to run anything.
14.
Ladies and gentlemen, your first critical fail.
Oh boy.
Oh
I rolled that on just regular, not even disadvantage.
no! They put a leash
15.
on you and started draining.
What is your roll?
14.
So the only one that actually is able to resist the only one who's able
I
to
thought you
resist
rolled one
being
too.
pushed to the front is Daya.
And Blake.
However, and Blake is different. Like you can walk there.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
however,
so.
you're resisting being pushed. You're kind of just standing there strong. However, Brahms goes up to you and puts his hand on your shoulder, and it's just like, you can do this.
Thank you. I'm sorry that you're not a part of this.
It's all right.
I know you seem pretty bummed out about it.
I'll watch from the sidelines, but I'll cheer you on.
I feel like I'm robbing Brahms right now.
Oh, you are.
Wrong for Will.
I don't even know who this guy is, but I feel like I should be emotionally attached to him.
I don't know this man, but I'm sad.
Who is this person?
Sorry,
I don't
bud.
know them.
And with like a tear running down his cheek, he like waves and
I
like,
try to like
sees you on.
no, I go on my tippy toes and try to like wipe that
Oh.
tear away.
Oh
okay?
no.
Is he going to the front at this point?
Yeah.
Is he at the front?
Yeah.
Okay.
She.
Cobb kind of whispers in your ear, saying, "That will surely be the last time you see him."
I'm so speechless.
What did you say?
This will be the last time you see him.
Slap.
It just takes 5 emotional damage.
Can I roll for damage?
Sure.
Vicious mockery, no!
Psychic damage.
What would that be?
Just take one.
D4.
Just take
D4.
Take
I'm
one.
rolling a D4.
All right,
for
roll a
this.
d4.
Took a 4.
4. Okay.
Max sadness.
4 emotional
Four
damage.
emotional damage.
I am sad.
I am broken.
Wow. Okay.
Well, rip wrong.
So, all right.
And me.
So the gates close behind all of you.
What happened to
And no
Douglas?
one else.
You critical fail.
Douglas never
Critical
made
fail.
Someone
I-
drop kicked you. like someone, like a bunch of people picked you up, and like a really burly man, just like with a boot, just like kicked you in the butt, and like you rolled into the front.
Roll D4 damage.
And you're all past like the portcullis, where like some people, like some peasants, like climb up the portcullis, up the gate, and they like pull it down. Because there's like mounds of people that just like pull it down, and they.
Can I see Douglas?
Well, I guess we're here
Can I
now.
see him do that? Can I see him just like tumble in?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
tumbled.
Yeah.
So wait, it's just the 8 of
It's
us
just
now.
the 8 of you now.
Oh.
I walk up to
Wait,
Douglas.
but they wanted
I
to
thought
see
they
the.
wanted to see
Yeah,
him.
they wanted to see the king killed.
They're all watching from around the.
Oh.
Oh, can we see the king?
This is like live streamed everywhere.
My streams.
I'll get
I've
to
got a GoPro on my mask.
I'll get to it. So I'll describe what this looks like. So it's like the portcullis and the gate, and you can kind of see the courtyard is like an arena.
Oh.
There's like steps that kind of lead into it, and then there's a man standing there.
Life is a limb. Let's not let it be severed from the corpse of courage. Farewell, my fettered friend.